Hey, welcome back, Algebra 2 students. Today we're looking at 319, rational equations 1. So, little note here, when solving rational equations, meaning equations with variables in the denominator, we can multiply the whole equation by the LCD or the least common denominator, and I'm going to show you how it works. So there's other ways to solve it, but I think the easiest way to do it would be this way. So if we look at the first example, we have negative 9 equals negative 6 divided by u. So we only have one denominator. It's u. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the whole equation by u. So what that means is we have to do each term in here multiplied by u. So what it's going to look like is u times negative 9 is negative 9u. Then we have our equal sign. And then when we multiply u on the right side of the equation, we have negative 6u divided by u. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cancel the u's because u divided by u is 1. 1 times negative 6 is negative 6. So we just have this one-step equation to finish off using our algebra. So we're going to divide by negative 9 to get rid of the 9 times u. And we're going to make sure we simplify this. So 6 and 9 are both divisible by 3. So we'd get 2/3. And then the two negatives would cancel out. It'd be positive. Okay, so step 1, we're going to multiply by the LCD. Step 2, we're going to cancel what we can cancel. And then step 3 is we're just solving. We're using our algebra. Okay, so that's pretty much the process for this whole thing. It's going to get a little bit more complicated because we're going to throw in some factoring stuff, but hopefully by now we're getting pretty comfortable with factoring because we've been practicing it for a while. So for part 2, again, we only have one denominator. It's w minus 8. Usually we'd put it in the front here, but I don't really have room there, so we can put it here. So we're multiplying w minus 8 to both parts. So we have negative 4 times w minus 8 equals 5 times w minus 8 over w minus 8. Now notice these two cancel. And then let's start simplifying this a little bit so we can solve. We're going to distribute here. So negative 4 times w is negative 4w. And then negative 4 times negative 8 is positive 32. And now we're at our algebra portion. So this is a two-step. We're going to subtract our 32. That's going to be negative 27. Then we're going to divide by negative 4. So w equals 27 over 4, and we can't reduce it, so we will leave it as is. All right, on to the next couple examples. Same idea here. This time we have two denominators. So we're going to make sure we multiply this whole thing by 3 times z. We're going to multiply both of those denominators into our equation. So this time we have 3 parts that we need to multiply our 3z into. So 3z times 2 is 6z. 3z times 4 is 12z over 3. And then 3z times 5 is 15z over z. Alright, so let's simplify this. 6z, we can't simplify. 12z divided by 3 is 4z. And then minus 15, these z's will cancel out, so we just have 15. All right, we have variables on both sides now. We want to move them to one side. I'm going to subtract our 4z here. Oops. So 4z minus 4z is 0. That's the whole point. And then 6z minus 4z is 2z. We still have our negative 15. And then our last step, we got to divide by 2. So z is going to be equal to negative 15 over 2. And we can leave it as an improper fraction. Okay, on to the next one, same idea. This time we have 2y and 3y, so the least common denominator would be 6y, right? Because we can multiply 2 by 3 to get to 6y, and 3 by 2 to get to 6y. So we're going to take our LCD, we're going to multiply it. This one has 3 parts as well. So 6y times 5 over 2y is 30y over 2y. The second part, 6y times 7 is 42y over 3y. And then the last part, 1 times 6y is 6y. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify. 30y over 2y, the y's cancel. And then 30 divided by 2 is 15. The second part, 42y over 3y, the y's cancel again. And then 42 divided by 3 is going to give us 14. So algebraically, this one's a little bit easier, right? 15 plus 14 is 29. And then we just got to divide by 6. So 29 divided by 6, we can't simplify. So that's what our y is going to be. Okay, on to a little bit harder ones, just because they involve some binomials in our denominators, but nothing too drastic here. Let's use blue. Okay, for this one, our denominator, these are the same, so it's not too bad. So we're going to multiply the whole thing by y plus 3. We're going to make sure we do it to each part. Okay, so we have 5y plus 3 over y plus 3. And the second part, we have 3y plus 3 over y plus 3. And then we have 2y plus 3. Okay, so these will cancel. So what we have is 5 equals 3. Let's distribute this in the same step. So 2 times y is 2y, and then 2 times 3 is 6. We'll combine our like terms. So 3 plus 6 is 9. And then let's go ahead and use our algebra. So I'm going to subtract our 9 to get 0. 5 minus 9 is negative 4. Then we have the 2y left on the right side. So we just need to divide by 2. So y is going to be equal to negative 2. Okay, and then the last example, negative 8 over x minus 5 equals negative 1 over 2x minus 10 plus 2. Be careful here. Remember that anytime we can factor something, go ahead and do that first. So we're going to rewrite this thing. And we're going to factor the 2x minus 10. We know that both of those terms is divisible by 2, so we can take our 2 out. When we do so, we're technically dividing by 2, so 2x divided by 2, we have our x left over. and then 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we have 2 parentheses x minus 5. So we didn't change the value of our equation or our fraction at all. We just factored the two out. It's the same thing. It's just in a different form. But the good thing is that now we have the x minus 5s here. So I'm going to change my pen color. And what we're going to do here, because we don't have to multiply by both the x minus 5 and 2x minus 10, we really only have to multiply by 2x minus 5. So 2x minus 5, oops, minus 5. We're going to multiply it into each part. It's like we've been doing. So we have, well, let's do the 2 times negative 8. So that's negative 16 x minus 5 over x minus 5. Then we have negative 2, right? We have this negative here. X minus 5 over 2x minus 5 plus 2. Oh, well, 2 times 2, let's do that first. 2 times 2 is 4. Sorry, kind of running out of room. 4x minus 5. Right? 2 times 2 is 4, and then the x minus 5. Okay, so we're going to cancel that. We're going to cancel that. The 2's also cancel. So remember, anytime we cancel and we don't have a space there when we're doing rational stuff, then even though there's nothing there because we canceled it out, we're not going to just leave it blank or put a 0. That's actually 1 because we're technically dividing. And anytime we divide something by itself, that answer is 1. So we have negative 1 here. We have negative 16 on the left side. And then we have, let's distribute that. So 4 times x is 4x. And then 4 times 5 is 20. Let's combine our like terms. So negative 1 minus 20 is negative 21. Be careful with your additions and subtractions. And then from here, we're just using our algebra to solve. 16 plus 21 is 5. And then when we divide by 4, x equals 5/4. Okay, so that's it for today. It's good practice. We're using a lot of stuff that we learned before, and we're using some of our algebra, so it's good. All right, good job.